So I have the privilege of being employed by Girl Scouts. I say that because I have been an employee since July, but I have been a volunteer for almost 15 years now. So when I say that I have that this is an amazing organization, I say it truly from my heart because it's important to me. I have a troop in Madras that I run with 15 girls. I support all the troops in Redmond, in Bend, all the way up to Hermiston and Umatilla and down to Baker City. And so people think Girl Scouts is about cookies. Yes, there is a great cookie program, and it does teach entrepreneurial skills to girls. That's what you're going to be hearing about for the next couple months because it just started. So the cookie season's here. I did bring cookies for you guys as well. But there's so much more to Girl Scouts. And here locally, we do a lot. Right now we have independent Girl Scouts and 4 troops in the Redmond area. And then there are more in Bend. And we do a lot together. We do a camporee every year that we go out and we rent the Methodist camp at Subtle Lake. And the girls go out there for a weekend and they get to do all different kinds of things. Everything from crafts to dance parties to low ropes courses to archery to canoeing and kayaking. That is one of the most fun times that the girls have. And this goes all the way from kindergartners to 12th grade. So we have a lot of other opportunities around here. There are awards that girls can earn as they get older. The highest award is the Girl Scout Gold Award. And currently we do have a Gold Award, a Girl Scout working on her Gold Award. And aerial arts. And she is trying to make sure that aerial arts is available to all girls in our area for their physical and mental health. So girls start as kindergartners, or they can start in middle school, or they can start older. You're going to see most of them are going to start younger. Girl Scouts' mission is to create girls with courage, confidence, and character who make the world a better place. And that's what we try and teach. I personally have worked really hard with the 10 kindergarten and first graders that I have right now on teaching them about service projects and serving our community and giving back. So for my troop specifically this year, in December, we made 5 full holiday meals to give out to families in need. And they do a senior shoebox project where each girl buys 10 of one item, and then they all come together and each one of them puts that in our boxes. So we have 10 boxes with 10 different items that we give and make sure that they go out to seniors that may or may not have family anymore. So we want to make sure that our community has that. A lot of the different troops here do different things. We have one troop that does flag retirements every month at the VFW. Flag ceremonies are something that Girl Scouts as a tradition has done for many, many years. Girl Scouts is girl-led, so it's up to the girls what they want to work on. You can have troops that are totally into camping and outdoors, and then you have other troops that are like, nah, we want to do indoor things. Travel is a big thing with Girl Scouts, but it starts with progression. So every Girl Scout has to start learning how to do a short trip. I took 10 Daisies to Safeway to buy for those meals. That was a fun little adventure. That was our first one for this group. It'll go to the next one will be more of a day trip. We've done pumpkin patches. We've done those kind of things. They go to ice skating, those kind of things. Then you get more into an overnight. They get to stay overnight in a secure place so that it's not, usually it's our meeting space or a church that we meet at or something like that. And then they can work into going for regional trips. My youngest child right now is a 12th grader, and she will bridge to adult this year. This is her 12th year as a Girl Scout. So I've done a lot of things over the years. We've gone to the aquarium. We've stayed the night at the aquarium. They always give us a little extra when we go up there, and then we get to see them feed one of the animals or something. Two most memorable trips that I've had with my girls. COVID hit, and I had a group of girls that we had planned a whole California Disneyland Universal Studios trip, and COVID hit. And it was like, nope, not going anywhere, distancing everybody. So once it started to open back up, the girls decided, well, we need to change something. In the meantime, in the middle of COVID, I moved up to Central Oregon from Southern Oregon. And so we rented an RV, and I picked it up here. I went down to Eagle Point, picked up the rest of the girls, and we went through Idaho, Utah, Nevada, and came back, and we saw state and national parks along the way. We spent 2 weeks traveling together, and we got to see Zion National Park and Bryce Canyon and Anastasi, and so it was a wonderful trip that they'll always remember. I didn't get to go on the next trip. My youngest daughter that's graduating this year was chosen she was one of 22 girls in the nation to go on what's called a destination trip, which is an individual trip that they go on. There is a process they have to go through, an essay and everything, and interviews in order to get to those. But she is a theater child, and she wanted to go to New York. So last summer, she went to New York for a week. They stayed in northern New Jersey at the Girl Scout camp and got bussed into Manhattan daily. And then they got to go to 4 Broadway shows. They did workshops with Broadway professionals. They got to see the Empire State Building and Statue of Liberty, and it's a trip she will never forget. And so Girl Scouts has so much more to offer than just cookies. Girl Scout teaches girls to be confident. I've seen so many girls that came in and are just super quiet and don't want to talk to anybody, and being around a group of girls has just gotten to know them. Then they open up and they realize, let's try something out of our comfort zone. Let's try something new. It's okay to fail. That's another thing. Girl Scouts is happy, we call them safe fails. It's okay for them to fail. That's how they learn. And then discuss, what are we going to do next time to make it better? I just love this organization so much, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. Does anybody have any questions?
Besides buying cookies, how could we support, the Girl Scouts?
So, Girl Scouts, monetarily, any money that is donated right now, what we're using that for is for camperships and to make sure that we have scholarship funds for girls that can't afford to go to Campery. It's about $175 per girl. So we do that, as well as we will make sure it stays within our community. All girls have financial aid available to join Girl Scouts. There's no questions asked. It's click the box. If you need it, we are going to give you financial aid. So that is one of the things. No girl should be able to be left out. This is for all girls, as well as any uniforms. Also, financial aid's available for that for girls and adults that are maybe in the as a leader. Right now, I do really need leaders. If you know anyone who would love to help make a difference in a girl's life, that's an amazing thing. A lot of times you see it's the parents. But I have a few leaders in Bend that are millennials, that are childless millennials, and they are some of the best leaders. They were Girl Scouts themselves, and they want to make differences for girls. And so right now we can use any adults. That's the hard part. Getting the girls is easy. I can find girls all day long that want to be Girl Scouts. It's finding adults that want to make a difference and that want to make a commitment to doing a troop meeting once every 2 weeks, once every week, depending on the troop. I have lots of girls right now that are trying to get into troops, and I'm trying to form troops. So after cookie season, that's going to be my focus, is getting more troops here, specifically in Redmond, because right now I don't have any for the kindergarten through 4th graders. So I'm working on that. That is one of my personal goals. But yes, we do so much within the community and trying to teach the girls how to be able to give back as well. Um,
So does some of the cookie sales go to the general fund, or did all of the cookie sales stay with the girl who sold them?
So there is an actual breakdown, which I don't have in front of me at the moment, but there, yes. So the troop themselves gets money. So after square fees and things like that, if they're going to use that kind of thing, it's about $1 a box that the troop gets to keep, and that will fund their trips, badges, things that they're going to work on for the year. As well as there is some that goes into the general fund, and there's also some that goes in for financial assistance.
Oh, I forgot to mention in Happy Dollar, I bought my Girl Scout handbook.
And for anyone that was a Girl Scout, I have pins.
Oh, thank you. But you mentioned badges.
Are there rebels in Girl Scouts?
There are.
What about working on badges? Are they worked out together? Are some more gung-ho? How do they?
So that all depends on the troop.
Yeah.
Usually the age ranges, so you have kindergarten and first grade, which are daisies. Brownies are second and third. Juniors are fourth and fifth. Sixth, seventh, and eighth are cadets. Seniors are ninth and 10th, and ambassadors are 11th and 12th. Each set of levels there has their own badges. So usually you'll see girls working on one badge together at the meeting, but then there are some girls that will go out and work on extra badges outside of the meeting. Yes. So whenever you see a Girl Scout with a vest, and everything on the front is earned. Everything on the back is a fun patch. So if they get a patch when they go to the aquarium, that goes on the back.
What are the uniforms like now?
So the uniforms, they're different colors for each level. So you have blue for your daisies, which are your little ones. You have brownies are brown. Juniors are green. And then once you get to cadet, senior, and ambassador, all of those are going to be your beige colored.
Great.
So some Boy Scout troops are accepting girls. Does that impact your enrollment?
I don't know that it impacts the enrollment. They're two different programs completely. I personally have two children that tried to do both Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts for a time. And prior to us moving here to Central Oregon, they enjoyed it, but it was also their Girl Scout leader was also their Boy Scout leader. And then they moved here, and they did not have that same feel, and it didn't feel, the camaraderie wasn't there in their eyes, and they're like, nope, we're just going to do Girl Scouts. And that's fine. It's totally two different programs. Girl Scouts being girl-led, there's a full regimen with Boy Scouts of things the way they do them, and it's laid out. But it's two different programs completely. Girl Scouts is not accepting boys into Girl Scouts. That is just the Boy Scouts that are accepting girls in as a separate. Yeah. I'm going to come around with pins.
Have you ever been to Savannah?
I have not.
I was a brownie in Alabama.
Once a Girl Scout, always a Girl Scout. You're very welcome. So our council covers all of Oregon, almost all of Oregon, and Southwest Washington. But it really does go quite a ways up the I-5 corridor into Washington. But we would love any support that you have. We would love to have anyone you know that would like to come and talk with me can reach out. Girl Scouts, osw.org.
Thank you very much.
Maybe that question. Maybe some related items. Matt Hardman with Traveling Tom's Coffee. His daughter is a Girl Scout.
Yes.
And you might see her around town selling cookies. She's pretty active cookie salesperson.
They just got back. So they have two daughters. One is in a troop here in Redmond, and one is in a troop in Bend. And the one that's the older daughter just got back from Japan. They went to Japan over Christmas break. So like I said, it's up to what the girls want to do. The girls save, the girls plan, the girls decide. I've known of troops that have gone to Australia, to my chalet in Switzerland. So it's all dependent. But there's so much, it's amazing what the girls think of and what the girls want to do. Oh, okay.
Maybe, before we have some,
Yes.
speaking of cookies to sell, but before we do that, maybe we could get all of the one-time Girl Scouts to be up in the picture with. And then, okay, so, but first we'll get Dave. Okay. Nobody else? Yeah.
You need your
And,
pen.
oh, that's okay.
Anna.
Well, yeah, all right, we're everywhere. Dave, I saw Dave with his camera, sorry, I thought you were ready.